What is going on, guys? Another crazy week. I don't even want to call it a week. It's just been a crazy 2 days with returns and in-person pickups and stuff like that. I'll go through some of these in-person autographs and some TTMs real quick before I get to the goodies. So I got this in today. Jay Barker for the Alabama set. Took 3 days, no, 4 days. 4 days. Tony Nathan, inscribed to Garrett, Roll Tide. And last week I got in Van Tiffen. And then all of these I got on one game for the Pensacola Wahoos. Their coach is, their manager is Delino DeShields. It's not going to show up. It's in gold, so I wanted to see how the gold looked on these, and they don't look very good. So that's that. Michael Lorenzen got called up to the Wahoos. So, yeah, there's that. With the inscription of, what did he write here? Romans 1:16. I haven't looked up yet. I haven't looked that up yet to see what Romans 1:16 is, but I definitely will. That's one thing I do like about scripture inscriptions is I always go to find out what that player or that celebrity, what that scripture, why is that so important to them. So I always like when they add them because it's kind of something for me to do. And then I got 2 from Archie Bradley, one from 2 nights ago, and then a buddy of mine got this one for me a while back, and I just got it. And then I also got these the other night. These customs. I got these from a buddy of mine here on YouTube, and one of these will be going his way as soon as I get a couple more. He sent me a bunch of them, so as soon as I get a couple more, man, those will be coming your way, my friend. And now it's like nothing but awesome stuff from here. I sent to Connor Gillespie. He was drafted by the Giants, and then he went to the White Sox this past offseason, and then he was with the Fresno Grizzlies for a while. And I've kind of been doing like a Fresno Grizzlies project. We're just sending off to some of the bigger Fresno Grizzlies that I remember. Fresno Grizzlies, for you that don't know, is the AAA affiliate for the San Francisco Giants. So I sent him off some stuff, and I asked him for some batting gloves, and he did not grant that request, which is perfectly fine. But he did send this. He sweet spotted a major league or official major league ball, and then he sent that ball's brother. So he sent me 2 balls. So I'll probably be doing a contest in the Facebook group for one of those baseballs. Actually, not probably. I will be. It's just a matter of I got to think of some type of contest that I'd like to have. And then I sent off to Mr. Pat Gillich. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2011. And then a lot of times when I send off to Hall of Famers, I like to read up on them and do some research on them before I send to them. Just so I feel like I know exactly who I'm writing, why I'm writing them, and all that stuff. And it gives you a little insight on their career and stuff that you may not have known. And so I read up on him, and he was elected to the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame in '97. Then he was elected to our Baseball Hall of Fame in 2011, and then World Series champs in '92, '93, and 2008. So I wrote him a nice letter, and I told him I didn't know any of that stuff until I researched it, and then he inscribed it all. Oh, come on. Focus for me, little buddy. Anyways, it's blurry as hell, but I think you kind of get the point. It's all there. But he inscribed all that stuff there, so super cool return. And it took, what, 6 days to get that. And I'm in Florida, Pensacola, Florida, and he is in Seattle, Washington. And 2 of those days was a Sunday and a national holiday. So he must have got it the same day and sent it out the same day, because that was lightning quick. Let's see. I will... Man, I got to make this quick, so I got some good stuff here. I got this in the mail today from Lance Moore. You really can't see it up here. It says to Garrett, and then he signed it Lance Moore. And then I'd be danged if he didn't throw in these guys. So, and then he wrote, I don't know if it'll show up or not there. Yeah, to Garrett, and he signed both of these. And then the marker, actually, I think what he did was he signed this one, and then when he put them together, some of the ink transferred onto this one over here, because that's definitely not a signature, but there's ink marks. So that is freaking huge and awesome. Let's see. Man, the last two are so big. Okay, so I wrote Archie Bradley a letter earlier in the year, and I sent him some stuff, and I invited him out to visit us where I work. And I didn't get a response. And that was probably 2 months ago. So when me and my buddy were graphing the Bay Bears 2 nights ago, like no one was there. It was just me and him after the game, and Archie came walking out, and I've talked to him inside the stadium, and he's always seemed like the nicest guy ever. So I talked to him, and I'm like, hey man, I'm the guy that sent you that package, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh crap. He's like, dude, he goes, I'm not kidding you. I was about to email you on that email that you the email address you supplied. He's like, I didn't know what you wanted. He's like, what do you want? Do you want cleats, hats, what? He's like, you can have whatever you want. He's like, I cleaned out my apartment last night because after the Southern League playoffs, you know, I'm going to be going to the Arizona Fall League. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, holy crap, dude, I want it all. But I wasn't raised like that, to be like that. So I was like, you know, just the cleats would be awesome. I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to be greedy, but the cleats would be awesome. And honestly, they're for my daughter. My daughter's a big Archie Bradley fan. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to sign them or what? And I'm like, well, can you bring them tomorrow? Because my daughter will be at the game tomorrow, which was last night. And I'm like, if you can just sign them in front of her, that'd be freaking amazing. So I got to the game, and I was late to the game because of traffic. And so when I got there, I seen him. He was charting that day. So he was like in the stands on the concourse, like looking around, and then I seen him holding the cleats in his hand. So I walked up to him, and you know, he gave me the cleats, and then he signed them right there in front of me. But yeah, it was funny. It's one of those things that I didn't think he was gonna remember. You know, I really didn't. But I mean, it really doesn't get any cooler than that. My daughter was freaking out, man. This is like her first game used item she's ever gotten. And it's definitely a lot better than my first game used item I ever got. I think mine was a baseball thrown to me. So that's that. That's probably bigger value than my next item, but the reason my next item's so huge is because it's part of my huge project that I'm doing, and probably with this return, I'm probably ahead. I paid a ton of money to get this project out, and with this return, I'm definitely broke even. If I had to guess, I'd say I surpassed what I have into it. I went into work today, and they're like, "Do we have this package? It's been here for you for a couple days, but you haven't been here, so here you go." So I opened it up, and I had this. For those of you who don't know who that is, it's Connor Barwin. He was a linebacker on the Texans last year. One of the original Bulls on Parade. They called their linebacking core. He was a freaking beast, man. And he left in the offseason, and he signed with Philadelphia, and now I think he's their like #1 linebacker. So that was one of the ones I really wanted to get a return from, man. I was like hoping that I'd get something back from him, and like, oh my God, he came through in the biggest way. Well, needless to say, this is what was in the box. So inside was these. Holy crap. These things are size 15s. Yeah, size 15s. So he signed that one on the outside, signed this one on the inside, and then inside the cleats, he left me 2 gloves. So they don't look like really like super used. They definitely are used because on the bottom, these little pegs on the cleats, they're all worn and scraped, and there's some grass marks. If I had to guess, I'd probably say 1 or 2 practices. But nonetheless, more than enough for me, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I was screaming like a little girl when I got these in the mail today. I still can't really believe it. As cool as some of that baseball stuff is, I'm trying to get my Texans stuff up and almost set up like a mini museum, if you will, in my man cave of the Texans stuff, and kind of putting my San Francisco Giants stuff on the back burner. And those of you guys that are in the Facebook group have seen me selling off a lot of stuff. So that's that. I can't imagine me coming at you guys in the next couple days with a mail day, because I haven't bought nothing, and nothing's coming in. But I do have some crazy TTMs out there, so who knows, man? I never know what's going to happen. But anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for another long video. Adios, muchachos.